Hey, it's the podcast guy.
Sutton United Talk Time on podcast. It's the Sutton Podcast.
And there it is! Sutton United at the GM Vauxhall Conference have put out First Division Coventry City, winners of the FA Cup themselves less than 2 years ago. And what a moment to enjoy for the fans of this Surrey side. They've had their moments before, but never one like this. But the whistle goes down. Delight for Sutton United. Sutton United from the National League are through to the last 16 of the FA Cup. No longer English football's perennial non-league club. A 123-year crescendo reaches a new peak for Sutton United, who are promoted to the Football League for the first time.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Sutton United Talk Time on podcast. It's the Sutton Podcast in association with Lucky Star Gin. I'm your host Mike, and I'm delighted to say joining me today is Lucy and Sophie, who are going to talk to us about the women's team. If they seem cross for any way, shape or form, it's because they've been sitting here for half an hour waiting for me, and I thought we were recording tomorrow. So it's all on me, everyone. So thank you both for your patience. Remember, please do like, share the episodes, retweet, reblog, or whatever they tell you to do, comments and all the rest of it. Tell us what you like to hear, tell us what you want more of and less of. Less of me doesn't count because it's my show. So anyway, Lucy, how have you been? You've planned a very, very busy pre-season. I think you've possibly got more games than there are in the league at the moment, is it? Or
foul to prepare to foul.
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, there was quite a few, and you're working hard with the team. How's it gone so far for you?
Yeah, I mean, we did have a lot of games. To be fair, there are sort of a lot of reasons as to why. Getting training venues is hard. Getting matches was fairly easy when we're playing away, which all our matches have been. So that's one of the reasons. Plus, yeah, we wanted to have a look at sort of different formations and different players, etc. Problem we've had is, holidays. People have to have holidays. I get that. We're not full time, so lots of players are away on holidays. So we've not really, managed to do some of the things that I was hoping that we could do over the pre-season. But yeah, there's lots of positives to take. Some really good results, some really good performances, and some not so good ones. But good and bad. It's pre-season. We've not dropped any points at this stage, so that's good.
Exactly. And Sophie, how's it been for yourself? As one of the players who's kind of going, there'll be 2 or 3 friendlies. 27, lovely.
Yeah, well, when I first saw the fixture list, I was like, well, that's a lot. But to be honest, I've never done a pre-season like this where we've had so many games. And I think I worked it out. Obviously, the league is what I'm off make myself sound stupid now. It's 22 games in the league, is that right?
Yeah.
And I think, including tomorrow, I think that's 10 games we'll have played, which is nearly like half the fixtures in the space of like 6 weeks or so. But actually, I think the best way to get match fit is playing matches. And I think, it just allows like you to play in different positions and try new things. So I've really enjoyed it, and I think Lucy's managed the minutes really well. Like at the start, no one got 90 minutes, so it wasn't like you're going to burn yourself out. So I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter who you have playing. Players want to play, and therefore everyone going training or matches. Yeah, let's do some matches. So everyone's going to prefer that anyway. There were a couple of little bits, and one I am going to direct at you, Lucy, because you've been a Sutton United supporter for a very long time. You know what happens to strikers who score lots of goals and then they come and start playing for Sutton United, and all of a sudden that stops. Why have you signed a striker that scored loads and loads and loads of goals, and hopefully that won't stop, will it?
Break the Hoodo, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And if not, we've got Sophie now scoring lots of goals. So we're covered. We're covered if she doesn't. Yeah, I'd be honest with you, it's kind of a bit of a shock that she's gone on under the radar from other teams. So the fact that we managed to get her over the line, and to be fair, whilst it's only pre-season, she's already scored a couple for us, and I think she's got 3 assists in 2 games as well. So yeah, she's scoring and assisting. And yeah, fingers crossed, she's going to score loads this season. And I take it on to the fact that we're not going to play many games at Gander Green Lane this year. So the Gander Green Lane Hoodo will not come into effect because we'll be playing at Chipstead.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with the next one. I was like, well, because we're not playing at Gander Green Lane, I guess it might be all right. But Sophie, just in case you don't realise, over the years we've signed for the men's team loads and loads of strikers who've come in with huge reputations and don't do anything. So we would have ruined Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe. We would have.
Not the
if
only
Haaland came to us as well, he would have struggled. But for yourself, Lucy, you obviously there's a lot of change. No, Lucy, sorry, Sophie. There's a lot of changes, lots of players sort of coming and going. I kind of keep looking at the team going, I knew them all not long ago. Now I'm trying to work out who's who. Is that sort of normal and just a part of the way it is in pre-season and especially sort of in women's football where people do move around sort of a bit more freer?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a time for players to trial at new clubs, and it depends how they were getting on last season, whether they're with us or coming from a new club, and people hopefully see the vision that Lucy's got with the club and the team and where we want to push and where we want to go. And I think that shows in the players that we've signed this season. Probably one of the strongest group of players we've ever had or I've ever played with anyway. So I think it's quite normal for pre-season for players to move around. But yeah, a few people have said like they look at the team and it's like, I don't know anyone, but you'll get to know us soon, so don't worry.
Yes, absolutely. And for you both, we'll start with you, Lucy. How I know we discussed it previously. How important is it to kind of say, no, this is home? Yes, obviously we'd love it to be. Well, I'd love it to be down the road from me, obviously, but how important is it to be, this is home, we know where we're going to be, we know we're not going to get shunted around for the whole of the season?
Yeah, I think it's important not to be sort of the nomads that the team were last year with sort of 4 or 5 different home grounds. So yeah, if we can't play at Gander Green Lane this year, we know Chipstead is our home and that's where we'll be playing. So we can, we can get some branding up as well, and the girls will get familiar with the venue and the people there, and we'll try and make it home. And yeah, it's just up the road for me, so
yeah,
it's not bad. I'm all right.
You're all right. That's it. Sure. And so for yourself, how kind of, I mean, there's always reasons, and no one's going to be going, well, you can't play on the pitch for just no reason. But it was always you guys that ended up being shunted around a little bit. So how important is it to you to say, right, we know we're playing on Saturday, weather permitting, not just something else is going on?
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, those sort of things happen at clubs. It's a shame that was always a reason and that we did feel a bit at bottom of the pile sometimes. But yeah, now we've got our own pitch and own stand, we can make it our own. So that'll be our ground. But I think times are changing. So hopefully, the club can realise as soon as we start getting the results, a lot of it comes through performances. If you're playing well, people want to come and see it, and then hopefully it's like, oh, actually, yeah, that will attract people in. We want them playing because it's getting a lot of attention for the club. So hopefully we can do that this season, and yeah, prove why we should be playing there.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely. It's always difficult because obviously I'm a Sutton supporter, and I support any team wearing the colours of Sutton. But then there's obviously the financial side where you look and go, okay, I can kind of see how that helps us as well. So it was always a bit of a weird one. And I don't know if you still go on the forum, Lucy, or look at it, but people kind of were questioning it at the time with the move for Palace ladies on there. But you can steal some of their players, hopefully. So what is your hope and expectation for this season? I know last season we kind of, we were okay, but there was a tiny chance towards the end that, oh, hang on, we need to pick up some results. And what are your hopes and expectations for the season, Luce?
So yeah, I mean, last year when I come in, the aim was to stay up. So that's part A achieved. And I always said, from the get-go that the plan for this season was to get into the pack. You know, there's generally a pack in this league, sort of four or five clubs that sort of break away that are up there challenging, and the plan was or is to get into that pack, and that's where we're going for. You know, I don't like relegation battles. First time I've had to deal with one as a manager or a player, and it isn't very nice. So I'd much rather we're at the right end of the table this year. I mean, listen, it's a strong league, you know, and there's some clubs with some big budgets, and we're up against the equivalents of sort of, you know, your Man Cities and your Man Uniteds. So it's going to be with only one going up as well. So, you know, to say we're going to win the league or go for the title is, you know, but that's the aim. We're there to win football matches, and if we can win more football matches than all the other teams in the league, then, you know, we'll be there or thereabouts. So, yeah, get into the pack and see where that takes us. That's the plan.
Cool. And Sophie, do you have any over and above that personal targets? Are you having any goal targets or any clean sheet targets?
I think you always strive as either individuals or as a team just to perform the best you can. So I think for me, what can I give to the team to put us in the strongest position possible? I think for us, or definitely in the past, to build on is having like the strongest sort of family feel and togetherness that we've ever had. And I know Lucy's really driving that as well. And the season's not started, but it feels like we're in a really positive position. Because if ever you've been a part of teams where it feels like a family, it really is special. And that can come above other things, and then results just come off of the back of that as well. So I think just building that togetherness, and that creates enjoyment. And when you're enjoying it, you play better, you play for each other, increases your confidence, and then, yeah, results just come in. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Excellent. And Lucy, I know I'll put you on the spot now because you probably haven't remembered everything. I know there's bits and pieces you want people to help with, and just sort of generally do lots of things, because we chatted just beforehand and you're still doing lots of the bits that perhaps you shouldn't be doing. But what kind of were you especially hoping people to help with? Was it the stadium work, the match day stuff still, or is there any more?
Yeah, no, there's anyone who can help out on match days, whether that be sort of, you know, working the gate, collecting the money, yeah, just helping out possibly with the hospitality. So obviously we've got to look after the match officials and the opponents, as well as obviously, you know, hopefully some match sponsors and stuff, which is something that we're going to look into introduce this year. And just some bodies around the place that can sort of, you know, help out and help guide people and do the little bits and bobs that need doing on the match day. So also looking for a kit person, somebody who wants to come in and sort of get involved. It's a great opportunity to sort of see the workings of a football club from the inside as well. And yeah, everything. If someone wants to go and get some sponsors for us, that'll be great. Yeah, but no, you know, if there's anyone out there that would like to volunteer some time, especially on match day, then we'd really like, you know, I think it'd be really good to have somebody on board.
Okay, so the message is obviously there's a lot that goes on, and it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Obviously, people who rock up to watch matches don't necessarily know that. So if you are someone who's got some time available and you either want to sort of help out, or you ever wanted to help out a football club, drop Lucy an email, drop me a message, and I'll gladly pass it on, and get yourself involved. It is great to kind of just be around the whole football thing. As Sophie says, it is a bit of a family. You do get treated as a family member. They kidnap your children as well when they just take them off into the changing rooms, and you suddenly go, "Where's my child?" And it's, "Oh, she's leading them out." So there'll be little things like that. It's really useful. But to you, Sophie, what does it mean to have someone coming along and just generally helping out with no specific ties? Because normally it falls to someone's dad, someone's mum, someone having to do these things. But if someone's got no specific ties and they just want to help out, how does that help you guys, or how does it make you feel?
Yeah, it's just
that was worded badly.
I think I get the gist of what you're saying. Yeah, the more people that want to join us, everyone's welcome. We just want you to be part of it, part of the journey. And I like to think it's good fun to be around the team, like you say. It's a nice atmosphere, a nice group of girls. So everyone's going to welcome you into it, and it's nice that you want to help out and be a part of it. So yeah, come and help us out.
Come be part of the team. You get a free cup of tea or something. I think there was free hugs mentioned, Lucy. I don't know. wasn't it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get a big hug,
Sounds
of course. Yeah.
Um,
A drink from the
and
bar,
also-
slice of pizza.
You had me at hug, don't worry. Pizza was too much. So the upcoming season, you've already said we've got it on record that the promotions, the champions, the name of the game, and we'll see what happens. But you said most of the games aren't going to be at Gander Green. Does that mean some games are going to be at Gander Green Lane, or is it to be decided?
We get to the FA Cup fourth round and we draw Arsenal at home. I think that'll probably be a Gander Green Lane, right? So, listen, I'll keep asking the question, and if they say, yeah, we can play, then we will. So I appreciate there's lots of, they've got to look after the pitch, and obviously, we are down a pecking order. So I'm expecting the majority of the games, to be honest, to be at Chippstead. But, never say never, because,
No, absolutely, yeah.
Again, the Green Lane is home.
Yeah, that's the important thing is, as I already said, it's that we know you're going to be on. We know it's not going to be shunted all of a sudden. So that was where a lot of frustrations were. Sorry about that. So how many new signings do we have? Do you know?
Yeah, 14, I think now.
14. You got 2 more to catch up with, Steve.
Yeah, a couple in the pipeline too.
Yeah, very, very good. And thank you. And where do you see yourself? Right, we're ready. Are you kind of behind the curve, ahead of the curve? Because the first game's this Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, this Sunday, home to New Haven.
Sunday.
Yeah, we're ready to go. I mean, we've still got a few girls away on holiday this Sunday. But I think what we've got now that we didn't have is we've got a good strength in depth. We've got players that can play a couple of, we've got good backup for every position. So if one girl does, have to drop out, we've got another girl that's of a really good quality that can come in. So there's good competition for places all across the board. So I'm really, really positive and really excited to get the season going. And obviously, everyone's pretty much fit. We've got a couple of little niggles, but nothing too terrible. And we're kind of ready to go. Those that are here that are in the country are all looking forward to it. So I'm excited, and let's get started and see where we're going to go.
Perfect. And how? Obviously, this is your first pre-season with us. Not your first pre-season because you've been done there a few times before. But what has the first pre-season with us been? Stressful or?
Yeah, a lot of holidays. We've got a lot of school teachers. I mean, as if they don't have enough holidays already. I'm sure that they're all, they're now all off on, they're all off on holiday and stuff like that. So it's been hard because obviously, I take my holidays at the right time, sort of June when there's no football. But I appreciate that, the people have to take their holidays at different points of the season. That's just me being, I want everyone there. It's not been stressful. It's been good. It's given us a chance to have a look at other players, looked at different formations. It's given everybody a chance. We actually won a tournament as well, didn't we, Sophie? So, which was nice.
Won a cup. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sponsors Cup, which we still haven't received, but hey, we won it. And that was a good experience. We had a team from New York as well. So it's been it's been a mixed bag. We've played some high tier teams in the pre-season, as well as sort of teams around our level. So ultimately, it's been good. It's been lots of getting the girls together. It's always great when everyone meets up and it's match day, and you get that buzz, even if it is a pre-season friendly. So yeah, it's been good.
Perfect. And Sophie, are you on holiday from next week, or?
If I was, I'd be cancelling it.
and how's obviously this is always a tricky question, and you're not been asked to throw anyone under any buses or anything. But how has pre-season differed from other pre-seasons for you? What's Lucy done differently apart from more friendlies?
Yeah, I think that's the main one. Is mostly we played loads of games. A lot of the time, it's lots of fitness, lots of running. And like I said, when you see the fixture list that came out, it was like, oh, okay, I'm not going to judge it. I've never done it like this before. But actually, yeah, it's worked really well, and it's meant all the new signings. Obviously, there's been a lot of them have integrated really well into the team, into that match day experience as well. And that maybe has helped players in their decisions to sign as well, because they've got that match day experience rather than just trying to base it off training sessions, which sometimes are quite different. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and I think we've got the same from it as what I have done at other teams, if not more, because hopefully, apart from obviously people being away, we're ready to go and we're into the rhythm of playing games and playing matches from the start.
Yeah, I mean, because I know there are some players who can train very well and then play awful. I'd like to say I'm one like that, but I was equally good on the pitch and on the training ground. I think you've seen me play. Anyway, moving on very, very swiftly. What message do you both want to give to supporters for the season ahead? I know we're in Chipstead, it's a little bit down the road, but you've got a lot of support who could make it. What message do you want to give them? Lucy, we'll start with you. What's your message to the Sutton supporters?
If you can get down, come down, because obviously the girls need the support, and having support there does make a difference, for sure. Chipstead, nice ground, nice people, plenty of parking there, so you're not going to have any hassles without, not being able to park. The bar's open, they'll be doing a bit of food there, so that's a tick. And yeah, it's just a nice ground. Come and support the girls. The more support we can get and try and create some atmosphere, they will appreciate it, and hopefully that will raise their performances as well, because we're going to go to some grounds that are going to have big support. So if we can make sort of our home a bit of a fortress, and an uncomfortable place for other teams to come to when they come and visit us, then that's going to help us succeed on the pitch.
Yeah, because I mean, you all know the support is out there. Are Dulwich still in our division?
So Dulwich got up. They went up, but they've gone from 5 years from having. I did their first game where they had 20 fans, and in their last game last season they had 1,200. So if Dulwich can build a fan base, and why can't we? And they have the Amber Army that sing the whole game. So let's get the Amber Army, and down there singing all game for us. That would be brilliant.
Absolutely. We'll get Paul Brunson on the case as well. Whip up a bit more support there as well. And Sophie, as captain, now come on. What's your message to the supporters, and what do you want to say, and what does it mean to you for the fans to make that trip over?
Well, I think especially this season, exciting things are happening. It's good quality competitive football, and we'd love just as many people to be part of the journey with us as possible. So yeah, come down, get a good day out. And Lucy will buy you a pint afterwards. So.
A pint of tap water is, I think, what that's going to be.
We're all athletes.
Put a little caveat on there. Perfect. Once again, apologies for the start. That's on me. I've rattled through to try and keep this as short as possible for you, because I both know you've got other commitments. So thank you both for your time. Thank you for your patience. We'll wrap up this episode of Sutton Podcast. Thanks everyone for your attention, and give us your feedback. Make sure you keep up to date with the ladies team, women's team. I don't think there is a difference, but I know everyone's got W next to it, so it's women's teams. And just, I think we're going to maybe get some updates each week. Are we, Lucy? To kind of just slot into the podcast, maybe. We'll try and find someone who's going to do that. But yes, take care, and we'll see you soon. The next episode will be Sunday after the Altrincham game. Okay, thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye. United! United! United!